Margaret Bridge, taking its name from the adjacent Margaret Island, was completed in 1876, being the second bridge of Budapest after the Chain Bridge. By the second half of the 1800s, Budapest had been developing in such fast pace that the construction of a second Danube bridge was necessary. Technology and finance were granted for the construction, but there was a legal problem: the Chain Bridge. Chain Bridge was a private society whose concession granted that new bridges cannot be built within 8 kilometers from the Chain Bridge for 90 years. To solve this problem, in 1870 the Hungarian government bought the Chain Bridge, opening the way for the construction of new bridges. Margaret Bridge was built as an extension of the Grand Boulevard, the largest urban project after the construction of Andrésy Avenue. In the beginning a horse-car line was running across the bridge, which was replaced by the first tram line in 1896. The bridge was designed by the French engineer Ernest Gouin. The stone pillars were made in Hungary, but its iron structure was produced in France and delivered to Budapest by train. The statues decorating the pillars and the cast iron ornamentation were also the work of French artists. It consists of 2 spans enclosing 165 degrees, which are connected at Margaret Island. The reason for this unusual geometry was to be able to place the pillars in line with the stream. In 1900, the bridge was extended with a side bridge leading to Margaret Island, that until this time was only accessible by boat. In the Second World War all the bridges of Budapest were blown up by the German troops during their retreat to Budapest, taken by the Red Army in January 1945. However, Margaret Bridge had been damaged earlier, on the 4th of November 1944, when the German sapper troops were undermining the bridge. A sparkle, made by the current collector of a tram crossing the bridge, burned to tinder, causing an accidental explosion that destroyed the eastern span of the bridge, and 600 civilians died. In 1946, the Soviet Army built a temporary pontoon bridge near the destroyed Margaret Bridge, which was used until its reconstruction in 1948. The bridge, called Mansi by the locals, was predominantly used by the Red Army, but pedestrians could also cross. Being the only bridge, there was always a huge crowd waiting for crossing. Only families with children had priority, who could go to the front of the queue. A smart Hungarian ran a good business here. People could hire his son for a small money, a piece of bacon or bread, who accompanied them till halfway, then returned to his father to serve new clients. During its last reconstruction, completed in 2011, its iron structure was fully renewed, and its turn-of-the-century ornamentation had been restored to its original pomp. For the first time in its history, it had been fitted also with a stunning illumination, and Margaret Bridge is now shining along with the famous landmarks of the floodlit Budapest.